Welcome to the Last Chance Cook-Off, where we get started on our grill. We have chosen a charcoal grill where we use lump charcoal. We're going to make our own someday. We place that lump charcoal and you'll see that there's a little apple wood on the side with a little fire starter on there. And then we're going to get this going. Let's enjoy our Last Chance Cook-Off. I would like to thank Kettle Kitchen, Mickelson Family Farm, and 9 Acre Farms for bringing us all together. This community has joined together from all over the world. There's almost 100 channels that have joined together in one common bond, and that is food. Food brings us all together. So let's get ready to get started, where we're going to have some jalapeno poppers and some pork chops and some smoked vegetables at the Land of Plenty, Andale Homestead. These charcoal is just about ready, and you'll notice we have it just on one side. As we start, we go out into the Land of Plenty and clip our absolutely fresh jalapenos. We've been so blessed in the Land of Plenty to be able to have these glorious poppers. We prepare them by scooping out the inside. You get all those seeds and those veins. My husband uses one of those peelers to be able to cut the veins out of it because they do hold heat. I'm not a heat person. He is. But we're getting those seeds out. And don't you think we're not keeping those seeds of these glorious jalapenos that have grown in our Land of Plenty? Yep, we're going to keep them. Get them all out of there, babe. Ooh, it's all empty now. We start with the ingredients of what we're going to place in our jalapeno poppers. We have some Philadelphia cream cheese that we have heated in the microwave. So we're stirring that up. And then, we don't really measure much at our house. But we start off with some Louisiana Cajun seasoning. And then we have Old Bay. Man, you can't go wrong with Old Bay. Makes me want some steamed crabs just looking at that can of Old Bay. And to top it off, we're going to add some garlic. We have some garlic powder. Not garlic salt, mind you. It's just garlic powder. After we get all of these things stirred together so that it's a good blend, he will put them in a Ziploc bag and then clip off the end to be able to scoot right into those poppers. Clip. Ooh, that's some good stuff, y'all. That is some good stuff to be able to have those jalapeno poppers. This is just our beginning of the meal. Now, when you're filling those poppers, you try to be sure that you don't fill them too full because all your good stuff will spill out on the grill. So you kind of shake it down a little bit so that it doesn't fall out of the end. And then we're going to prepare by wrapping it in bacon and putting it on a skewer. You can see that the skewers are ready to go, and what my husband does is he wrapped a couple of bricks in aluminum foil, pulls them apart, and then we're going to smoke these jalapeno poppers. That bacon gets crispy on the outside. Yummy! Yep. And you'll notice he hasn't put them directly over the fire, but off to the side, more over the wood, so it's more of a smoked flavor than a grilled flavor. Let's put the lid on, let those babies cook. In the meantime, here at Andale Homestead, we're gardeners. We enjoy thinking of healthy things from our garden, learning to be able to preserve them. Those poppers are cooking up good. I think they're just about done. Oh, let's see. Oh, I can just about smell them. Yum! Those will be our appetizers before we get ready to get started. I'll bring you along for what we're going to be cooking next. Bring those in the house, babe. I'm ready to eat those things. Whew, delicious. And you'll notice that none of the stuffing fell out. because we didn't fill them too full. Bring them in. Cut up some fresh tomatoes to go with them. Hoo. Yep, that's some yummy stuff right there. Now for the main course. We have pork chops that we have decided, the other white meat. We're going to add a little garlic, little salt, just on one side first. We want to make sure that the sides are going. And then a little pepper. Well, a lot of pepper, because my husband likes a lot of pepper. And this is something interesting. It is onion tops that I have picked from the land of plenty and dehydrated. And oh my gracious, herbs from your garden. There's nothing like them. They taste so delicious. You don't need much, but it certainly adds a lot. And we cook with these a lot. And you'll see that there's some other herbs that we also got from the garden. Those are fresh celery flakes. I trimmed some celery leaves and some celery from the land of plenty, brought it in, dehydrated. It just adds such an added flavor to your meat. And believe it or not, we have dill from the garden. You wouldn't think that dill and pork chops would really go together, but it adds that extra tang on there that just makes them stand out just a little bit more. Pat it down. Then we're going to turn it over and do the same on the other side. These are seasonings that need to rest a little bit. I've got the celery flakes going on. He's already put all the rest of the seasonings. Top it off with dill. Now let's bring it inside, babe. We're going to cover it with aluminum foil and place it in the refrigerator to let those seasonings blend in and stay for a bit while we get our veggies ready to go. There we go. All fresh from the garden. We have onion that we're chopping. We have green pepper that we're placing in there. This is a Cuban pepper, also a little like a banana pepper, but not quite. Then we have some fresh tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. Add a little salt. That is a dry ranch dressing mix that I made from items from the garden, all except for the powdered milk. That didn't come from the garden. What else is better than topping it with bacon? And I'm not really an okra person, so we put those on top so we can get it out. Now to soak the pork chops in Italian seasoning. My husband loves Italian seasoning. He's going to let the bottom of those pork chops soak first, and then in a little while, he'll flip them over. The veggies are on the grill in order to be able to steam, and we're placing the pork chops on one side and then shortly the other. They look so good. Whew. Cook, baby, cook. There's those veggies all steamed, and the okra is whole, so he can pick them out. It's time to take off the pork chops. The other white meat, absolutely scrumptious. Thank you so much for coming. We plate up our food, say it a blessing, and I thank everyone for the Last Chance Cook-Off.